Okay, so what I'm thinking is that if you're on one journey, then you should be also set yourself up for another journey as well. And what do I mean by that? So right now, I'm on my lock journey. I hope it stays a journey. These well, they kind of doing good. Like right now, you see how it's looking right now. Look at it. See how it's looking right now. And baby, my hair ain't never looked that way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really enjoying this journey right here. But then at the same time, it's like, oh, what's next? But I already had mine already planned because my next journey is me going overseas, traveling for a little bit. Then maybe one day I may say, you know what? I like where I'm at, and I may want to go ahead and just move here permanently, like out of country, right? But right now, I'm just in that mode of I want to travel. I'm ready for that journey right there as well. I traveled in the past, but like short term. But the travel I'm talking about now is more so on the long term, right? And I'm ready for that. And I think everyone should be doing things like that, like planning your next journey. Like, what is your next journey? Like, what is it that you want to do? And it should be something that, in my opinion, that you want to do, but that it's not going to hold you back, or that you're not going to make the excuses to hold yourself back. And a lot of people do make those excuses right there where they want to hold themselves back, or they try to take some things like one step at a time. And I do get that, but at the same time, you have to be planning for the next thing, right? Because if you're looking for a better quality of life, a better you, whatever the case may be, then that's something right there that you should be doing and should be thinking about in an interim as you're going through whatever it is that you're going through. And I say this to say that, again, don't hold yourself back for doing anything that you don't want to do, or doing anything that you do want to do. And a lot of times, that's what we end up doing. We hold ourselves back, and then we think, or you hope sometimes, that someone's going to come and save you, and no one's going to come and save you. You're gonna have to save yourself, right? Save yourself from yourself. You know what I'm saying? And just be planning your next moves. Like, what is it that I've always wanted to do, and now I have the opportunity to do so, or I can make the opportunity to do so. And I get, obviously, everyone's not going to fall in the same category. You know, you might have people that's married with kids, single with kids, single with no kids, or you have a a steady job. Or you may have a job where you don't work no more, or it may be remote, whatever the case may be, or you may be retired. So, you have those different circumstances that everyone falls under. But at the same time, depending on what category you fall under, what can you do now to make your dreams worthwhile? Like, if you know that you want to do something in the future, then based on my circumstances or my situation right now, what am I going to do? What can I sacrifice to get me to the place where I need to be? And for me, it's just one of those things that I hear a lot of people talk about, or one day, someday, I want to do this, or I'm going to do this, or I don't have the money to do this just yet, or I'm not in the right situation. And before you look up, it's going to be 5 years from now, maybe 10, sometimes 20 years from now, then you're going to look back and say, you know what? When I thought about this at that time, I could have made that step, made that leap, but I did not do it. Because at the end of the day, we all come up with excuses as to why we can, why we cannot do things. Now, I know a lot of things, you cannot rush at all. Some things you do have to take your time. But some things, I think that we put time on it. Whereas you can probably accomplish something, as an example, within 1 month, 2 months, but all of a sudden we prolong it all the way to 8 months, 10 months, a year, 2 years, when it could have been done months or years ago. And that's something that we have to do and give ourselves grace. Like, we have to get to the point where we can say, hey, again, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm not going to make the excuse to do this right here. And I'm saying all this right here to say that and I know we hear this all the time, but we're not on this earth for a lifetime. A lifetime, in my opinion, is forever. We're not on this earth forever. You're not going to be here forever. I'm making this video now. I could be here right now and gone tomorrow. And then it's kind of like, oh my God. So, we can't take that for granted. We have to know that we're not going to be here forever, and whatever opportunities we have, we need to make it whole. If you have the opportunity, make it whole. Live your life. I'm in my 40s right now. I have lived life, but I could have lived a lot of lives, but I didn't. And sometimes you look back on like, dang, I should have did this right here when I was this age, or I had the opportunity to do a lot of things and I didn't do it. I am blessed to be able to say that for the most part, as far as exactly, definitely my adult years, like once you, get out on your own, that, hey, I've done fairly good. I've done fairly great. You know what I mean? But for me, it's still not enough. Right? I know that I could be out here doing more things. A lot of times if you're, depends on what's going on, with you mentally, whether you're in a good place or bad space, whatever the case may be, you still want a better quality, right? I still want a better quality. I consider myself happy, but I'm not ecstatic yet. You know what I mean? Because there are things that I want to do. And I think about them all the time. And sometimes, it can make you anxious, like, I'm ready to do this. But then sometimes I do take a step back just a little bit now, where I'm like, okay, is this what God is wanting you to do? Is this your calling right now? Like, you don't know. But at the same time, if you can evaluate your life and see where you are, and then you can say, you know what, I'm not meant to be doing what I'm doing right now. And then there's no obstacles right there, that may be God saying, hey, I'm allowing you to proceed. And that's the way that I'm taking it right now, that he's allowing me to proceed and do what I want, or more so what he wants. Because let's be real, we don't do what we want. We do what God allows us, right? And then sometimes you better make sure that you're making the right decision, because God can be telling you something, but you're trying to go the other way, right? So we're already destined, and for a lot of us, or at least for me, I know that, I've had my moments where I'm kind of like, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? Whatever the case may be. But then I feel a certain way about something. And I'm like, dang, is that God talking to me right there? Like, hey, make these decisions, But, and again, I have the opportunity to do some things. I say do, like I'm from Baltimore. That's what they be saying, do, chew. To me, that's what they be doing. But anyway. But yeah, I'm just saying all that. I'm like, what are you going to do? What are you doing to better yourself, or to give yourself the opportunity that you really want, right? Ask yourself, am I allowing myself to live? Am I allowing myself to do the things that I want to do? And I'm pretty sure we've all had those moments. What's funny with me, here's what I came to terms with. So when I retired from the military, and I had a great career, I actually enjoyed the military. It wasn't bad for me at all. You have your moments, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, for me, I did choose a profession within the military that I really wasn't 100% happy with. You know what I mean? But I did what I had to do, and, that worked out well. But then the other side of me also said that, hey, you know what? When I get ready to retire, I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't want anyone telling me what to do or anything like that. And since I've gotten out, I've been on a journey right there. That's a journey in itself, trying to figure out exactly what you want to do. Especially if you're one of those people who, I would consider myself as more so, at least in the past, a doer. You tell me to do something, but hey, don't breathe over me. Let me do my thing, and I'm like, hey, I excel in that. I love it. But then when it comes to like, hey, what do you want on your own? What do you want to do? What do you feel like you're good at? Whatever. I have been that person that struggled with it. But now I'm in a place now where I'm kind of like, thank God with the decisions that I made, that I'm able to sit back. And I don't want to wait too long, because to me, I've been waiting too long to figure it out. And, it's going to come to me one day. But I made that step, because one of my things was, you know what, I want to travel more. I definitely said that when I retired. And it wasn't that long ago. I can count on one hand how long ago it was. You know, I went to a few countries and everything. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I love it. And I told myself, you know what? I want to do this full time. And I hadn't did it yet. But, I mean, there are circumstances why I didn't do it. But if I look back on it, could I have really just went ahead and did it? I could have, though. But, hey, we got to move in God's time, right? And for me, I feel like he's telling me that, hey, this is what I want you to do. And you're in that place right now where you can do it. And there's nothing holding you back. You know, and a lot of times, again, we have to get to that space, get to that place where we can look at ourselves and say, hey, what are we happy with? What do we want to do? And what are we and what am I going to do about it to get there? And I just want to encourage everybody or who's ever even listening to this. If you're in a place where there's something that you want to do and you feel that you're not making it progress, just have your plan in place or start with a plan. Whatever journey that you're on right now, then hey, finish that journey and then go ahead and start thinking about your next journey. What is it that I want to do next? And I think once you do that, you will find that you really can succeed. You can really succeed a lot faster and proceed in doing the things that you want to do. So don't hold yourself back and don't let anybody else hold you back either, because you do have those people out there that will try to hold you back. But you hold yourself back if you're listening to those people, right? Especially if they're not in the place where you want to be. And I know it's cliche. You hear a lot of times people say, hey, if the person that's talking to you, if you don't want to trade places with them, then that's not your person. And let's be honest. But I look at it more so as positive. You know what I mean? Like, long as the person is positive, there's a difference. Because sometimes you might like, hold on, I don't mind trading places with you. But then sometimes you're like, no, I don't like your lifestyle. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, on that part right there. But anyway, yeah, just stay encouraged. If you're on a journey right now, continue on that journey. But then be proud of yourself, because when you're on a journey, there's going to be an end. When you're on a journey, there's going to be an end. And you're going to be proud of yourself. But then in the meantime, it's like, okay, start planning for your next journey. And yeah, that's it. If you like what you heard, like the video, consider subscribing to the channel. And I'll be back. Trust me, I will be back. All right, bye.